Start in like in a minute or two. Hello, hello, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, so let's get this started. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Sergio Dominguez with the second update video for, the project, the Sergio movie. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but every April 20th I decide to do an update on the movie, whether it be it's a small post or what I did last year, where, it's been 1 year ago today since I did that live stream where I talked to finally really announce this project. And what I wanted to do, what the movie was going to be kind of about, and the progress I'm about to make, and how I want to put this thing together. And, it's been a year, so I do want to talk about the progress of it, but obviously not spoiled much, but I just wanted to be casual and calm about it. But it's exciting. It was slow because other things, but we'll get to it. But yeah, this is what this live stream is about. I don't want it to be too long, but we'll see. I'm just keeping it casual, but also secretive, but also letting you know what has been going on. Okay, so that's it. And that's the end of the live stream. No. So yes, I'm still working on the Sergio movie. It's been a year, and so far what I made was nothing. It's funnier the second time. Okay, so with all seriousness, ever since I made the announcement, I've been trying to work on the movie, but it's still on and off because no matter what, when it comes to, you know, my hobbies and my personal life, the show is still my number one priority when it comes to stuff that isn't, you know, my personal life or stuff like that. My family comes first over everything. So after that, it is the show and my dog, and the movie is lower in that tier of priorities. But whenever I do have time between all of that, I did try to make the movie and try to make progress as much as possible, especially when I know by the next April 20th, which is right now, as of this recording, that, people want to know a little bit of the progress of the movie, and I do too. It's like, even I want progress on this movie, because I've been thinking about this ever since, probably said this when I last year, but, I always wanted a movie about myself, and here I am, But it's an ambitious project, but not too ambitious. I gotta save that energy for those sequels. Drink from a big water bottle. Okay. So what have I done since last year? Well, at the time, let's see. I know I didn't have anything written down because I want to keep this casual. But for any of you wondering if this movie is script-driven or board-driven, storyboard-driven, well, I can safely say that this movie is storyboard-driven. Now, a lot of you knew when I started making this movie, obviously from the writing standpoint, it has to be done in a form of an outline, which is, a list of moments and scenes and jokes that are going to happen in the movie in order. When you have that, then you can start telling your story thoroughly, either by script or by storyboards. And when I got to trying to plan this movie out, I was like, I don't have dialogue really for this movie that can come out of my head naturally, but I do have visuals, how these characters are going to pose, look at each other, and everything a lot more visually. Because I tell my stories so many different ways, scripts, storyboards. Nowadays, it's me just getting a microphone and improving the whole story out, but that's just the Sergio show. But with the movie's case, it was storyboarded. I just went to Toon Boom, had to open a document, and just doodle out every frame of what could happen in this movie. And I've made so many frames, and throughout the past 1 or 2 years, just try to lay out this movie in storyboard form, export all the storyboard frames into JPEG images, and turn them into an animatic. Bring them into the editing video file, and put them next to each other and time them out so it can become a rough animatic, which ultimately did because there was a point late 2020 I did all the storyboards I thought I could do at the time. Just take all the things I've written in the outline, storyboard them, and take them into JPEG images, put them in the editing software, and turn it into an animatic. And also time them out, have each frame last for how many seconds or minutes long. And have it become an animatic, because I want this movie to obviously be the standard feature-length film, which is 70, 80 minutes. I want it to be 80 minutes. Well, actually, I want it to be 90 minutes, but at least 80. At least 80. So when I timed the whole thing out in animatic mode, in the animatic stage, that's when I was like, okay, within late that year, I was in 2020, I was like, okay, this movie's starting to come together. Because I had more than enough frames and putting this movie together where it started to come together very early on. So when I did that, when I made the animatic, there was no dialogue, because I still only have this movie in my head in terms of visuals, but I didn't know what the characters really were going to say to each other until I finished the animatic. Because when I looked at the animatic cut, which was around 70, 80 minutes, that's when I looked at the animatic with no audio and written the script, So when there was a scene in the animatic where the character was talking, I would write down what the character would say. And that's how I was approaching that part of the movie. So when I was getting to the script part of the movie, that's how it was going. So yeah, and that was fairly quick. That took a couple of days to write out a script out of just looking at my completed storyboards turned into animatic for the movie. And then then in January of this year, like a couple of days into this year, and I did my voice recordings for the movie. I think I did a good job, but I think the audio quality was not well set, so I might have to re-record that. I was excited to record dialogue for the movie. And I've done a couple of artworks for the movie, and excuse me. So, yeah, I recorded dialogue for the movie, my voices and all that stuff for the movie. I got so excited because I was like, once 2021 starts, I'm going to record dialogue for this movie, and I did. I think it was on the 5th. It was fun. But I might have to re-record it, just to be sure. So then I started animating the movie. I can happily tell you, as of right now, less than 4 minutes of the movie is animated. Yeah. Ah. But it's a very it's I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, that's not bad. And it was fun animating that one scene in the movie. Kind of simple, but I know the way that I want this movie to be and what's going to happen. A lot of bigger scenes are going to happen in the movie, so I'm glad there's some simpler scenes I can get to as of this moment. So yeah, on and off I've been working on this movie. The show's a priority, then this movie, in terms of like what I can do in my free time, and another animated short I'm also working on. If you've seen my other live streams, you know what I'm also working on. So this is all just very exciting for me. You know, I've been slowly preparing for this movie. I even bought like an extra hard drive just for the movie. I have a special binder just for the artwork for the movie. And another special binder for the movie. And some more materials to really prep myself and catalog this movie when it starts to really get up steam. Hopefully in May, I'll really get this movie going and focus on it more full time, you know? Because I've been trying to thoroughly, you know, set this movie out and schedule it properly, because I do have I don't think it's going to go come out in the release that I really want, and I'm not going to still admit what the release date is, because I don't want to give myself pressure and I don't want to give fans pressure and stuff like that. So I do want to take it easy while I make this budget of nothing, this zero budget animated film about myself. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Oh, it's going to be exciting, you know. Whenever I talk about it, it just motivates me to make it. But yeah, hopefully in May or June, I'm gonna really work on this movie full steam ahead, all that stuff. Oh, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. I already said it a couple times. A couple of characters are gonna be in this movie. I don't want to admit who they are. But, you know, if you've seen the show and, you know, all that stuff, you know, who are they going to be? I can't officially announce it because as of this recording, I haven't gotten their recordings. And I sent them the script a while ago to each of them. So they got their end of the script, so I'm just waiting patiently, you know. But when I do get it, I'll happily announce it. I do have social medias for the movie, specifically once it really starts picking up. But yeah, a lot of fun things are going on. It's just very slow, but I have a lot of work. But it's all coming together slowly but surely, but a lot of fun. I just animated one shot for this movie that I really like. But yeah, that's honestly all I want to say because I don't want to give away too much. But there's one thing I do want to say before I end this live stream. You know, I'm gonna take another drink of water. Just looking at the monitors. So when I worked on the first minute of the movie, I got really picky. I mean, yeah, there was a moment where I was animating the first minute of the movie, and when I took the animated shots and put it in the editing software, I got oddly like nitpicky, and just was like looking at things frame by frame. But I was very nitpicky timing wise, because I just noticed how some shots either linger or they don't last enough frames, and that's something I haven't really noticed when I would do the show or under other projects. But with this movie, I got a little bit picky when it comes to editing and timing and cutting specifically, because animation wise I can only animate the best to my abilities. You know, I've been animating for over a decade. You know, I had books, I studied, so I'm going to do the best I can with the time that I have and the talent and resources that I have. But it's going to come out good. But I got really picky and anxious when it comes to me just cutting the movie so far together. I was just like, oh, this is a couple frames off. Oh, let me add a couple more frames. I'm like, cut it now. Let me replay this. And there would be a part where I would export the 1 minute scene, the shot of the movie. I'd be like, let me recut it one more time. Export the 1 minute. Those couple of frames here. Let me do it again. Let me just cut a couple more frames here, here, here. Okay, export this 1 minute thing. Okay, 3 more tries. 3 more tries later. There we go. So that was what's going on. I never really acted like this before, but I can understand why, because, you know, when it comes to my short videos, episodes of the show and all that stuff, you know, I do want to be productive and make all these videos as quickly as possible and the best as possible with what I can do. But, you know, it is a movie. It's feature length, and even though it's not supposed to be so gosh darn serious, you know, this is a low budget, zero budget independent animated movie, so it doesn't have to be that serious. You know, it's you know, I have a lot to prove, but I don't have to prove it so hard, you know. But I do want to perfect it, and by perfecting, at least in terms of timing and cutting, because that's easier to do than trying to fix animation wise, because that takes a little bit longer. But that's what's been going on with me with when it comes to that production side of the movie. But I feel like that is normal. You know, it is a movie. I'm taking it a little bit more seriously than the show. Maybe that's why I've been holding on and off, because I really want to work on it to the best of my time and ability, and also with the amount of motivation and inspiration and hope that I can for this project. So whenever I can, when I have that feeling, I'll get to it. But I really want to get to it and have more time on this. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And, you know, that's the feelings I've been getting with this movie so far. But, you know, I've been making progress little by little baby steps, and those baby steps have been fun. And yeah, I honestly just want to talk about that and be casual about it. And since it is 420, and everybody knows 420 is Update the Sergio Movie Day, might as well talk a little bit about it, because I don't want to post anything on social media about hinting of, what's this? But you know, I still have this show and other projects. But yeah, this is fun. This is exciting. Now, there's obviously a lot of questions going on. Even I have questions about the other things that we haven't really talked about, like distribution or release or any other aspects of production. But I'll get to it when I get to it. But you know, I'm just focusing on animation and maybe re-recording and recordings for audio and certain effects. But you know, this is where my creativity, ingenuity skills, and what I've learned from my life of making videos and content comes down to this. This Sergio, the Sergio movie. So yeah, that's it. Honestly, that's it. That's all I want to talk about casually. You know, I think I said what I really need to say on how I feel in the first update video last year, but I didn't want to leave you hanging after 1 year. So this is what I'm going to give you so far. Hope you guys are okay with that. But yeah, talking about like this is also very comforting and just soothing. I do feel a little bit of weight off my chest just talking about progress of the movie without really saying much. But you know, hopefully what I'm saying you can understand too. You know, I know a lot of filmmakers, low budget or Hollywood size, would also have these same feelings too. So it's a little bit normal, a little bit relatable. Now I just want to relax and just casually end this video. Nothing. Okay, I'll end that joke. Alrighty then. That's it. You know, maybe later on, maybe in other live streams, I'll talk more about the movie in between. But you know, nothing too ginormous. Still early stages, but you know, I'm getting to the animation stage. And that's it. So if any questions, comments down below, there's social media for me and social media for the movie. Follow all that if you can, if you want to, and follow my other content. Behind the scenes content is this channel. The Sergio Show channel is over somewhere, and all the other stuff in my other social medias. If you want to, follow, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching this update video on the Sergio movie. I really appreciate it. I love it. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you again. I am Sergio Dominguez saying, have an animated day. Thank you.